Welcome back. We're here again. You weekly.
Here we are.
Here we go.
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Good night. Uh,
Good night.
so welcome to the show. The Seekers Chronicles, Paranormal Historians. We're here to entertain you guys. Maybe teach you something, or maybe you could teach us something. We're always open to anything.
Absolutely.
So we're just gonna hang out tonight, have a good time. We have great guests. We'll introduce them in a little bit. So Kim, you do anything this weekend? Because I didn't do nothing. Nada.
Nada. Well, that's all right. Well, it's been absolutely stunning in in New York this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
I had it was it was one of my best days ever. It is World Veterinarian Day and World Tai Chi and Qigong Day on Saturday. I can't believe they're like on the same day. It's like my brain explodes on that day.
Oh, wow.
And it was also one of like the biggest eventing horse events on Saturday also. So I had a great Saturday, actually. It was full of fun.
Cool. I love it.
No paranormal, but
Well,
No paranormal, but hey, you had a
That's
good time.
okay.
That's wow. And you had well, in the sporting world that you're in, you had a trifecta.
I did.
ooh,
Yeah,
You see
Grand
that?
Slam. Yeah,
Grand Slam.
it's great.
Sports metaphors.
Jenny, I know she had a great time because I seen it on Facebook, and I'm sitting back here watching everybody pace, and I'm so damn jealous. I'm sitting back here like,
Oh, I know. You were missed. So
Yeah.
I actually had a trifecta too on Saturday. So first of all, Saturday was my alma mater, Rutgers Day. It was Rutgers Day, so I went to Rutgers Day with my daughter. I brought her. We always go and check out all the science experiments and animals and everything else for families, and the spring football game. And then we had My Haunted Manor USA came to the Ritz Theater. It
Yeah.
was the first, yeah. So they
Nice.
came to the Ritz Theater, our beloved Ritz Theater at Parasite, and that was wonderful. And of course, I'm Dutch, and if you know anything about being Dutch and being from the Netherlands, it was a
Oh,
very special
Freedom
day on
Day.
Saturday. Yeah, right. It was the King's birthday. We call it Koningsdag. So big, everybody wearing orange, going crazy, partying. So trifecta for me too.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we celebrate the King's birthday.
All right.
And yeah, and then
That's
isn't
nice. Sounds
Monday
good.
Freedom Day or something?
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
She knows history.
I have some Dutch friends.
There you go.
Jenny's the only Dutch person I know. At least I think I do. I know there might be many that I do know in Glendale, but
Right. Well, you're not the only Italian person I know, Anthony, but you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
But you are one of the best.
us Italians, we're everywhere like roaches,
Anthony, forget
and
about it.
and you can't
Look
get
at the
rid of
shirt.
us. Hey,
Let's see.
you're stuck with us. You are
Let me
stuck
see
with
the
your
shirt. Let me.
paisans.
I got to see the shirt.
My brother gave me this one.
I love that one.
I guess
Well, good.
they got the letters too big, so they said, okay, let's stick it underneath.
Hey, we always got
Yeah.
to check out Anthony's shirt, and you got your shirt from the weekend too, so that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I will reveal mine later. It will be important to reveal later on in the show.
Reveal the show. Uh-oh.
Uh
She's going to reveal her shirt
oh.
in the middle of the show.
Stay
Jenny,
tuned.
it's not that
Yeah.
kind of show.
Okay.
Off the rails awfully quickly.
It's
Takes
I don't
us
know.
like 5 minutes.
Okay, she's going to show us what she's wearing later on in the show. Reveal.
So
This is
hi
it. I'm going to
to-
reveal. Okay.
I want to say hi to everybody and our friends who join us every week. We have such
Yes.
loyal viewers that I actually got a text from Adam saying, "I'm working tonight, so I'm going to be late. Come in."
He did that. He was sick one day. He's
He's
supposed
so
to give us
great.
doctor notes. He can't. He has to be in the audience.
Anyway,
we can't go on without Adam.
Hi, Coco's. Hi, Melissa. Who else is here with us?
Welcome.
A bunch of people.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited. Who do we got tonight?
yeah, Jenny, who do we
Okay, you ready?
got? Hey, can you tell us who we got?
Who's here with us?
It's my moment. Okay, tonight we have Jess Webb and Jeremy Lefevre from Beyond the Badge Paranormal. Welcome.
Here they go.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome, Jeremy.
Yeah.
And you brought the activity because my door just slammed.
That would be Jess.
Thanks, Jess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I bring all of it. I'm so
Do you?
sorry.
Oh no, I love it. That's why we do it. All good.
That banner behind you looks pretty cool, Jeremy.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
That's our it's like our little badge there. We got some hashtags and somehow it's in reverse right now. So if you try to read that, it's gonna really probably annoy you. But it
You can
says
go to the bottom
content.
if you want to reverse it around. But we can read
It's
it.
fine. We'll just roll with it, you know.
I
We
agree.
can read it.
We roll with it.
It's got content for a cause and hashtag you matter on this side over here, and then Beyond the Badge Paranormals at the bottom. You can't really see it because I had to put the whole badge in there, but yeah, that's sort of like our motto, you know. So
I love it.
I don't know if I have that on thing here.
I can send it to you.
I seen it. I did have it. Matter of fact, I think I put it on the poster of your. Yeah,
you did.
So I do
Absolutely.
have it somewhere.
Yeah, and the ghost is wearing a police hat. So
yeah, that's I like that.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Maltese cross for the badge. So it's kind of like incorporating a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of symbolism.
Well, that's what our group really is about. I mean, we have police, fire. We include nurses, dispatchers, paramedics, and EMTs. And then we have myself. I'm not a veteran, but we have veterans on our team as well. So we like to think that all of those folks are incorporated into our mission. So,
well,
okay.
You want to explain what the whole mission is and everything, because
absolutely,
we have people in the audience who might not know, and they might be interested.
Yeah, so we're kind of a little bit of a unique team. We're all first responders. So we started this group in the end of October 23. I'm a fireman for 20 years in the city of Newport News. Jess's husband is a Williamsburg fireman. Her and I went to EMT school way back in the day. So she's an EMT. Well, the three of us got together, started this little group. We incorporated a few other firemen here and there. And we kind of got this idea that we could take this paranormal passion that we have and turn it into a good cause as well. So we created Beyond the Badge Paranormal. And what it is all first responders. And our entire mission is to raise awareness for mental health for first responders. So, and try to break the stigma that surrounds our field or the field that first responders are in. So we created this group. It's been, I know in the big scheme of things, it for us, where we're looking at it, it doesn't seem like it's very big, but it's actually moved very quickly. The platform has kind of gotten big. It's only been a year or so. And then we ended up being really blessed. We reached out to a charity in Florida that it's a nonprofit called the Survive First Foundation, and said, hey, we can't make you any money. We don't have very many followers, but anything we do make, we want video wise or social media, we want to take your message and put it out there. And they were very much on board with that. So we've teamed up with them. We've been really close friends with them. And that's awesome because now we have a charity partner. And then we teamed up with Trauma Behind the Badge and Chris Scallion. So now we have two charity partners that we work with very closely. So everything that we do is for a cause. We call our main motto is content for a cause. And when we make a video or put a social media post out, the whole goal for that is to build a platform to be invited to events like Enigma Cons and Gettysburg Bash and things like that, to be able to have the stage to talk about mental health. And then just to spread the message. You know, we're not looking for viral fame. We know that that's unlikely, but all we need to do is get to these events to be able to speak, because we're going to catch a first responder in the audience. Prime example, Enigma Cons, we probably came across 10 or 15 first responders that came through, whether they were at a booth or were visitors, and they had this direct connection with the trauma. And we were like, holy crap, and this is going to work. Like if we go to these events, we're going to catch people, and we might be able to save somebody. So that's the group in a nutshell.
When I first met you guys at the Hanover Paracon, you guys, when you told me what you guys were doing, I thought it was awesome. I said, it's like we're gonna have to have you guys on.
Yeah,
we were excited to meet you.
And get the word out, because it's always good to be on Paracons, Paracon to do stuff, but also on the podcast to, maybe you could get the word out, because there's a lot of veterans out there, and non-veterans, but first responders that actually dealt with a lot of stuff. I know in Queens here in New York itself, we used to do that thing at 7:00 at night during 2020. Everybody used to get out the window and hit their pots and pans to welcome the people like that, to show them that we had. It was good, but it's like very loud when you have. I live in a complex, and we have at least just in my building alone, we have like 9 to 1,000 people, and then you have like 30 buildings.
Ooh.
So
wow.
And it sounded like but it was well worth just to make the noise for a couple minutes, just to let them know that we had some support. We know we're all locked in our buildings, but at least we had some support.
So I don't think people know how
nice.
prevalent first responder suicide is, or mental crisis situations are. Every 3.5 days, a first responder takes their life. So by the end of the weekend, we're going to lose someone, right? And so to me, that's a staggering number. I mean, 3.5 days, we lose a person. That's crazy. So I myself, everybody on my team has had personal trauma, which is why I think why we are also succeeding in the paranormal side of things, because we have all this trauma that's in our past. But everybody in our team has a personal trauma. And one of the things about our team is we want to be transparent about the trauma that we've had, and also show our vulnerabilities. I'm very happy to stand in front of on the stage or on the podcast and say, look, I was at a point where I was thinking about ending it all. The amount of stress from the job really put me in that situation, and I was really blessed and lucky to have resources and support that pulled me out. And now we're here, and God's given us this mission to carry on regardless of how tired we are, or if we only get 100 views on a video, it doesn't matter. He wants us to still do what we're doing. So sometimes it's weird, because we're like, I don't know if we're supposed to be here, but then we all look at each other and go, you know what, we don't care if anybody, what few people say, we're just going to do it anyway. And if they don't want to hear the message, which I will say, everyone has always been so open to hearing the message about first responder support. But in your mind, you tell yourself like, well, what if someone says, this is a waste of time? But we've had such an amazing response.
If you save one life by your story, it's not a waste of anybody's time.
Correct. Yeah.
That's how you have one person that can open up to you guys and tell what happened to them. So it's like you guys all got together, and it's like a circle of therapy for each other.
Yeah,
and that's what I think is pretty cool about it. And like I said, when I heard your story, what you guys do, I thought all you need is that one person to hear your story, and
that's
maybe not, maybe there is something out there I could. And there's other people that are going through this too,
Yeah.
So,
and for us, it's important, like we, people ask me everywhere we go, like, well, how in the world do you connect paranormal and mental health, or first responder mental health? And I'm always laughing. I'm like, well, it's really actually pretty simple. So for us on the team, it's our therapy. So we get to fellowship with each other, have adventures with each other. We get to do these things without the job weighing us down. One of the things that we talk about a lot in our group is after 20 years of being in chaos, you lose the feeling of like excitement about things, so you kind of get numb. But when I'm standing in the hallway of, let's say, St. Albans, and I got to walk down that hallway, all of a sudden I feel everything. Like I'm feeling all the emotions and adrenaline, but there's no weight of duty attached to that. And then what you just said, we put a video out there, and that one first responder is surfing the web because he's got nothing else going on in his life right now, he feels like, and he comes across this group of people very similar to him or her, and they're saying, hey, it's okay to not be okay, that we love you, that tomorrow needs you, stay another day. We're giving all these messages. And that guy's like, or girls like, that's the one lifeline that we threw them. And it's the hook because they might like paranormal stuff, you know?
Right.
And
I
now
was
we
just
got,
thinking that.
now
like
we got them.
It's like a spider web, really. Like, and you're linking it with something else, you double the reach, really.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
and then it goes, like, for example, my husband's a first responder. He has no
awesome.
interest whatsoever in the paranormal. Zero. Those guys will tell you, zero interest. But tonight he's watching. And
Awesome.
you know what?
Yeah.
Like, and so he might tell his friends, you know, his coworkers, his whatever. And my father is first responder, a lifelong firefighter, and I told him to watch tonight. He might tell his younger friends or his friends.
Well,
you can't make assumptions, right? Like, my father's 82 years old and still involved in the fire department. But, you know, he has younger people who he's mentoring. Like, you can't make assumptions. Oh, he's too old. You don't need to reach him. You need to reach everybody, right? Because you don't know where it's going to go. So,
his trauma is still real. I mean, he still has the same trauma.
Right.
He might be 80 years old, but what he saw in his career is not gone. You know, it's still there in the box somewhere behind him. And if he hasn't, it could well up one day, and he might need some help. And so that's the whole
someone
point.
he sees in his, in his trouble. Yeah.
And we have a very realistic approach to this. Okay, so we know we don't have a lot of money. In our videos, we have 60 videos out. There's a couple hits and most misses, right? So we don't have this grand idea that we're something extraordinary in the paranormal field. We just think like our mission is so great that it doesn't matter what we put out. I mean, we do our best, have fun. People might not like the way that we do it because I would say we're a little less serious than most because we just goof off. It's our therapy. We go out and have fun. When it's time to hold a meter and talk to a ghost, we do it. But I'm going to tell you what happens immediately after that. If we stand there too long, someone is going to crack a joke on someone because that's just the firehouse way. That's like, there's no way for me not to talk. And if someone farts or something, there's this huge joke and then we get all out of whack. And then, so if you don't like it, I mean, you don't have to watch it. We just want people to know that, hey, we're just normal people having a good time. But the mission is so grand that it doesn't really matter. The paranormal stuff is small compared to the mission. So,
yeah. Well, the paranormal show is where you get to blow off steam also.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do what you got to do and enjoy things. You know, that's the whole thing, too. You can't sit back. I can't imagine what you guys experience in the field with that. But the way I look at things is that, like I said before, I know you're in the field, and during that time, a lot of stuff was going on. I know a lot of stuff was going on because I have friends that from police officers to EMTs and fire department. And so we talked, and the time that you saved that one person or helped that one person, I mean, it doesn't overrule all the bad experiences, but that's, you got to focus on the good of what you guys did and the positive, because that one person does reach out to his family and other people that would have missed that person. So you really expanding from one person, you're expanding out to more people from his family and everything else.
You make a connection.
If you think about it like this, and I don't want to take your whole show up talking about mental health because people want to see ghost stuff too, I'm sure. But what's really interesting is we talk about a lot of times, let's say we're able to save that one person, right? From mental health crisis with the help of our partners, so charity partners. Well, that person might end up, that's a first responder, right? And they're going to go on a call because we were able to help them. They go on a call and save a baby, right?
Yeah.
And thank God they did that. Well, that baby grows up and becomes a scientist or a doctor that cures a disease. Well, we would never know that. It's way past, that's the shade we're never sit under, right? It's way down the path. But what we're doing now could have that ripple effect. So we actually got really lucky. We right away, like within a week of starting this whole thing, we got a phone call. I got a phone call at work from a lady who says, I'm at the end of the road, don't know what else to do. I saw something you put on social media. I need your help. And then I'm thinking, okay, wow, this just got real. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I kept her on the phone for a little while and talked to her. And she's like, I don't think I have 24 hours. So I said, look, I need you to promise I'm going to call you right back because we never hang up on anyone. But online, when you fill out their form, it says 24 to 48 hours. Well, that's so they can process the information. Well, I felt a little nervous, so I'm like, let me call Doug Monda from Survive First directly, which I'm very blessed to have his phone number. And I called him directly on the phone and was like, "Guy, I don't know how long I got, man. I need your help." And I'm gonna tell you, that night they had a lady from Chicago, a therapist that was doing or a psychiatrist that was doing a conference. After her conference, connect with that lady that night. So it was within about 4 hours they were able to get a hold of that lady. And I've heard that she's doing pretty well right now. So
That's
right
awesome.
away we knew we were onto something. We are like, oh no, this might actually be something. So
Right.
if you have an emergency, please go to the survivefirst.us and get some help, or dial 988. And if you can't get a hold of anyone, you're more than welcome to go on our website and give me a call or send me an email. I'll get you contacted with somebody. But I'm not a licensed therapist in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
The experience sometimes overrules what you learn in books.
But I am
a
loving person, and I'm more than happy to listen. I won't hang up on you.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right.
Well, you need a person to listen.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she needed. And she had a lot of things going on in her life that I couldn't fix. But we have had an amazing year last year doing paranormal stuff as well.
Oh,
and
Jess is like ready. Look at her.
I know. Look at
your voice yet, girl. Let's hear
Kim, you were about to say something. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kim.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I was just going to say thank you for all of your efforts for this. I don't know if you know, but in the veterinary community, we also have one of the highest suicide rates out of all the professions. And we lose people every week. We just lost 2 equine vets the past week. One of them was actually from being cyberbullied. It was a whole long story, but
that's terrible.
So I really appreciate that. I know what you're speaking of firsthand myself, because many wouldn't think the veterinary profession as a trauma profession, but we absolutely have to deal with trauma all the time. So I really appreciate you reaching out and wanting to help people. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry I'm sorry to hear that. And I have no idea. So I learned something all the time, and that breaks my heart to hear about that.
Well, essentially, you're doing what EMTs do, and but with animals.
Oh, absolutely,
and let's face it, anyone who's had an animal, shake your head if you know what I mean. It's their family, correct? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
thank you so much for your service.
So you said something about paranormal, guys.
Yeah,
I know Jess is keeping quiet there. I think we want to hear a little bit of Jess right now. Jess, how did you get into the paranormal? How did you get into all this?
Well, I've been a seer since I was really small. Suppressed my abilities for a long time, but I've always been a paranormal enthusiast. Loved all the shows. I would watch them. I was not convinced that I was a medium until about 1.5 years ago when Jeremy was like, no, Jess, you really are. And then I started to get other people that were cooler than me to tell me. But I've always loved it. Always been into anything and everything spiritual. Loved the shows. What really kicked it off for me and my husband was we went to Gettysburg and I fell in love. I love history. I had no idea. My third eye opens wide up. I'm seeing stuff. We went on ghost hunts. I was like, I freaking love this. Like, we need to do this all the time. And lo and behold, I get on Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jeremy, who I took EMT with like many moons ago, is doing a group. Should I message him? My husband was like, hell yeah, send him a message. So I sent him a message and I'm like, hey, I want to come out and like mentor you and all this stuff. And he was like, well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I just started this like thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let's learn together. And so
you're like, I'm in.
Stuff, and it just turned into this thing where we were just like, we want to help people and like just all the things. So like I bring the spiritual side of things into the group and I just love it. I love helping people with my gifts. I love helping people sharing my trauma. I love helping people just listen and just being there. And I love freaking ghosts. Like, oh my gosh, like going to these places is the coolest thing.
You're in the right
and the
place.
Best thing about being a medium is we get to talk to people from forever, like many lifetimes ago for most people. So it's like really cool. I got to see a really awesome spirit this weekend. I want to brag for a minute, Jeremy. We were at EnigmaCon and we had two people speaking, and one of them happens to work with the Warren Society. and he actually knew Ed and Lorraine Warren. Well, Lorraine Warren is one of his spirit guides, and she showed herself. And I was like, I got to see Lorraine Warren, and none of y'all could see her. And I just bragged about it
my
all day long.
God.
It was so cool. There was no talking to me on that 4-hour ride home.
Well, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it was a huge deal. But yes,
Woo.
so that's my rant.
She held that in the whole time.
I'm so
The whole
proud of
time
Jess.
We've been talking.
She's been
She's
waiting.
going-
I know
and-
she's
and
been
she's
bubbling
going,
up. She
"Lorraine
said
Warren,
Be
Lorraine Warren."
quiet.
she tells me I do all the talking. So I was trying to be good, just be quiet and let her talk. She's I'm so proud of her though, for her spiritual journey and her growth.
Yeah.
And she's always impressed. She always impresses me with the stuff that she can figure out and tell me. One, I have no gifts, so
Oh, stop.
she has them all. So when she
Me
says
either.
things, it really surprises me. But I'm really proud of her, and she talked all the way home. By the way, so
You
anyway,
have
let's
the
carry on.
Well, Igniacon, where is that? Where were you?
St. Albans,
Right.
St.
St.
Albans
Albans.
Sanatorium.
It was incredible.
Bedford Paranormal put it on. So they did an amazing
okay.
job. If you go on our, I posted a bunch of pictures from our experience, which I think turned out pretty good. I'm really proud of the pictures, but all the women, the 2 ladies in our group, they looked beautiful. So
Aw.
I
We
know.
had a really good time. That was cool. They did a voodoo
I try.
themed dinner. It was awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I would
Very
show y'all, but I don't
cool.
know how to do that. So
And then we did something we never do. We went on an investigation with no camera, no gear, just one flashlight, and walked around in the dark. Let me
That's
tell
so
you, that'll
cool.
get your blood moving.
Oh yeah.
I was
Because
like,
you're not
oh my
focused on
God.
something in your hand. You're not, you don't have something to rely on. It's only yourself.
Yeah. It was wild.
Anthony does that by accident sometimes. He gets lost.
Yeah.
You know?
I was gonna say when he gets lost, yeah.
I get lost. It's like, yeah, well, I'm
Where's
here.
Anthony? Somewhere.
We'll find him. We'll find him.
And I usually don't carry a flashlight, so I'm banging into
No.
things and stuff.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. He's
It was a
climbing
good
onto the
time.
wall.
Yeah, going old school. OG. Original.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I recommend it highly. You can actually read better too. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have all the distractions
look
and
at-
all the things that I've got to make work. Half the time I look at them and I'm like, turn this on for me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
So that's
I mean-
And I'm always yelling about, put the camera up. No butt shots tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
No butt shots.
I don't hold a camera out.
Our first
love
5
it.
videos, are kind of like, they're probably like not appropriate for videos because it's all
I
ass shots
totally
the entire time. I'm like, will you
Oh. I had people on my team that goes, oh, because I'm a camera guy. I'm using camera,
yeah.
but I got so many cameras. I used to throw cameras to everybody, and that's all I used to get: butts, feet, ceilings,
Yeah.
walls.
Or they'll
Yeah.
sit it down on the ground and it'll just be looking at the ground. I'm like, you got to hold the camera up. How am I supposed to?
Yeah. Well, they don't flip on the night vision, and I got one big black. I'm like,
Oh, no.
yeah. So that's why I stopped bringing all my cameras, because then there's also that review you have to go through watching a black screen throughout the whole thing, or somebody's butt just to hear.
You know what's worse?
Yeah, somebody
I think
walking.
Kim was trying to. Kim, I didn't want to cut you off. I was going to tell you something that's worse than that, even.
No, I was just gonna say they have gimbals. They're called gimbals.
Yeah.
And you can put your phone on it, and then it just like no matter what you're doing, they're like still stay
Yeah.
straight. That's what my husband
Yeah,
uses because
but
otherwise
Yeah.
you can't do that in the dark.
Body
getting video.
camera. Body
Yeah,
cameras.
body
that's what I
cams.
use. And Anthony.
Yeah,
has-
so-
And you can throw a body cam on a gimbal also.
Yeah.
I have a gimbal. I have one of those that's automatic that I could run with my fingers
And
or
Jared,
whatever,
like, messes with them
and
all
I
the
could put
time.
a body cam on there. Body cams are. Jenny and I are very big with body cams now.
Worst thing is
Yeah.
if you have we have those lavalier mics, for everybody. And
Yeah.
if
Oh,
someone
nice.
doesn't plug it in, or it's plugged into the camera but they unplug it from the actual mic, well then you have no sound. So there's nothing worse than
no.
watching a really good video. You're like, oh, this is gonna be great with zero sound.
I had that with
Anyway.
a battery going, because I had one with the shotgun mic when you put a battery in,
Yeah.
and the person put the battery in backwards.
Oh, yeah.
And I got no audio, and it's like a whole night of no audio on that one camera.
It ain't fun at all.
No. So yeah, I mean the equipment you gotta just watch, and You have to give it to somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting better. I mean, it took us a year to at least get the audio right. So
Mhm.
And it
Yeah,
took a year
audio
for
and all
Jeremy
that.
to relax.
I still don't relax. I'm so worried about video, audio. They need to both work, and the
Oh
night
boy.
vision. So
He's a lot better. He's a lot
I
better.
Mhm.
am. I am a
Yeah.
lot better. Thank you.
305. Hey guys.
305 in the
Um,
house. Both
yeah,
of them.
305. They're from Florida. 305.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, I mean, you just have to. I mean, you just don't. Like I said, I have the cameras and night vision. I used to hand and out like like candy at the thing. Everybody used to walk around. But then it's the review, and you're the only one doing review, and you got 20 hours of one camera, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you
man.
have 5 cameras out there.
You're
You
singing
know,
my. I
yeah.
feel your pain every single time we do an
Oh
investigation.
yeah.
So I stopped
Yeah,
that.
that's
I mean,
rough.
it's like get one camera. I'll do the work. I might hand one camera if I have extra. But I got my camera. I got my body cams. I got 2 body cams, and I
Mhm.
got my little night vision cameras. I carry separate just in case. And I'm a camera person, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I do.
Good. Very cool.
That's what I do. So the
All right.
but I don't know if we want to start showing everything yet.
I mean,
What's
it's your
going on?
show, buddy. We're all about it.
I
We
mean,
want to do whatever
you
you
sent
want
me
to
a
do.
bunch of pictures, and I don't know if they're not in any special order, and they're all numbered. So not numbered. They're just random numbers like 1,000, 35, 6, 8,
I don't
0,
know.
and 1,000. I'm
I
like,
don't know.
I don't know. They're all like different numbers. So, what I'll
Is
do,
there
I'll
a
start with.
location you want to start with? Is there one
Yeah.
that you sent us that you'd like to start with?
But
Are
we
we
done.
talking about Kim's reading? Is
Well,
that what
I'm
you're
No, I
gonna.
talking
think you sent a bunch of pictures too.
Yeah.
I
Well,
sent you some videos and some pictures, and the pictures were
yeah.
supposed to be for, I think, for you. And you asked me to
Oh,
send pictures of the members of the group, and then
Yeah.
pictures of locations we've been to, without any
yeah. Let's do the
any
group.
way Kim could
Right.
figure it out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we're
let's
gonna
do
flip
the
to the care pictures first, and then you
Oh,
just tell
whatever.
me what
Yeah.
it is, who it is, and what happened there.
All right.
You know.
Work. So, yes.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't
Here's the
even remember
first
what I
picture.
sent you, so this would be fun.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was one that I sent you for Kim to read, but I can tell you about it. So we're at we call it the Circa House. It's actually in Matthews County. That's the one we were talking about, where John Lennon and his wife moved to the property, another house on that property, and the family that lives on that property, that's a family home. They have another home next to it, and this place stays completely abandoned and empty all year long. It's never got anybody that lives in it anymore. And the residents that used to live there passed away. And that's my daughter actually sitting in a chair over there, Madeline. You see her a lot, and that's me. It was just the two of us that night because Jess and Randy had to go home for the kids. And then we're in a lady named Betty's room. Betty passed away. She was one of the family members. And we have some pretty compelling evidence dealing with Betty, where we actually saw the white mist move through the room, come from her picture. It actually left from where her picture was and moved across the room. That was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
and if you watch our video, it's on the top 10 video or the second Circa video. I'm actually sitting in the chair where she is, and I'm all by myself in the house because she went to go to bed because she got tired. Anyway, I had an SLS camera, and I asked if Betty and Bert could come into the room, and immediately 2 figures showed up. And then one of them came. Yeah, it was really amazing. And then one of them came and actually laid on the bed, and the other one sat on the little ottoman at the end of the bed right next to me. And I was holding the camera, and I'm all by myself, like, okay, that's weird. And then,
Not
yeah, it was such a
not
beautiful
by
moment too.
yourself.
Well, there's nothing, there's such a loving family, and
Yeah.
that home has been in their family since the 1700s. And
Mhm.
everybody that's ever been in that home has always been family, right? And so we initially brought in the family at the beginning of that second video. We actually said, hey, let's bring in family members and do an investigation with them so
Oh,
they can
that's
experience stuff. And we actually had a door open and the REM pods going off. And I think
Wow.
the family members that had passed on were having a wonderful time communicating with the family members of the present day. So
Mhm.
when they all
Oh, yeah.
left, they were very comfortable with me because I was just there with their family. So it
Mhm.
never stopped. I saw SLS figures all up and down the halls upstairs. I was getting the mist floating by, the REM pods. I mean, I was having all this stuff happen to me, and I was the only one in there. And I'm like, this is wild. Uh, but the entire time I was in there, it was completely beautiful. It was a beautiful feeling. No evil. Everything was happy. It was gorgeous.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that experience. That's where we were. I know I
There's
talk a
another
lot,
one.
so I apologize.
I think your daughter's in this one also.
She might be. She likes to get no. That's Lisette Torres. She's a firefighter in the city of
Okay.
Newport News. She's quite a badass though. And we are at that's Sweet Springs again, and that's in a boiler room or like a machine room. You can see there's like a washer back there or something,
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see the water
dryer or something.
dries in the background.
Yeah.
And so these two ladies, that's Jess's head right there, the back of her head. And they actually walked through this room. And if you watch, I don't know if I sent you this video because I didn't know how many videos you wanted. But as they walk through, Lisette says, um, is anybody here or what's going on? And you hear a male voice from inside the room say, talk to me. And it echoes through the room. It's actually, how like you hear a lot of EVPs and they can kind of be like, well, it could be this, it could be that. There's absolutely no doubt that this guy said, talk to me. I mean, it was really, 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 really clear. And if you notice, she's got a nose ring.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really believe in the whole, I'm not a huge fan of the apps because I think they can be hit or miss. I'm not really,
Mhm.
I don't believe everything that happens, but we had this very random, specific thing that happened. As soon as that guy said, talk to me, they went and they stopped and in the device said nose ring, like out of nowhere, which I thought was pretty compelling because I'm like, well, that's pretty random to say nose ring. So,
All right. I got a question on
Timing
this.
and relevance.
yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm coming across a man on over his left shoulder. And he's like very tall. Is there a guy that's actually down there that he wears like a fedora hat, but he's about 6 feet tall with a thin mustache?
So there's
And
definitely a male figure. One,
Yes.
we heard a
Mhm.
male figure,
Yes.
and there's definitely a male figure down there. Yeah. Yep. You're
Okay,
very close to, I think you're right on what they had told us.
with a thin hat and stuff. I'm gonna
Yeah, I don't know if
I'll get a drawing of that.
I don't know if they told
I,
us
I
exactly his
actually
hat.
saw him, so you can send me whatever you draw up, and I can tell you. There's
Okay.
different three different men that I came in contact just on that floor alone. But yes, and there
And
was a
also
man
down there,
that talked.
do
And
they hear those doors slamming on
I
the
imagine
washing
they do.
machines and stuff like that?
No one told us that, but I mean, it's plausible, I would think. I would
Okay.
think so. They didn't tell us that, but I mean, I'm sure it could happen. We
Yeah.
didn't get a very good tour, by the way. When we showed up, nothing against them. I'm not talking bad about Sweet Springs, but when we got there, they were a little disorganized, and we were supposed to get this full walkthrough with the lady who owns it, who's psychic and has all these connections or whatever. And then she wasn't there. She sent her
Oh,
her like yard building maintenance guy, and he walked us through like Mach 7, and then he left.
No.
So
It's
we were
funny. I
like,
was supposed to go on
okay,
an investigation there. Somebody
Yeah.
invited me, but
it's cool.
yeah. I
protect
just
yourself
couldn't.
before you go in, though. That energy is
We lost.
in that building is something.
Yeah.
Who did we lose?
Yes.
Oh no,
I talk
Jenny
about
who?
that in the reading of it. This is Sweet Spring, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
I absolutely
Very heavy.
talk about that in my
Yes.
video. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Not for
Okay.
beginners.
We got a couple more. Let's get these, and then we'll get to the videos.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's that weirdo? Oh, that's me. I don't know why I sent you so many of the Circa house. We had so many pictures to send you. I was trying to find ones that there's no way she would know. That's just me sitting by myself in the dark. above me is a picture of a really scary lady. Um, and I don't think she ever lived at the house, but they had her picture and it looked like her
No,
eyes
no
followed me. So
affiliation. There's someone who looks similar to her on the second floor, but
second floor, yeah.
not. Yeah, not. It's not her. It's close.
That's me just staring. I had a static camera video going, and that's me
Mhm.
just sitting in the dark, watching the REM pod go off to my right. If you were able to see, you would see all these REM pod devices going off, and me just sitting there like, ready? Well, this is really happening. So
I see. I actually a woman that looks like her, sitting next to you on your left hand side.
well, I'm not surprised. This is the most active night of my life, really. Uh,
Wow.
I
Wow.
stayed there quite a while. I don't think I left till like 4 a.m. Just
Oh wow!
because so much stuff was happening. I just could not leave, man. I was so excited. So
That's the
Yeah.
coolest.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and you're
that's
all by yourself too.
like I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's
Mhm.
just fun.
I
That's
feel
what
like
it's looking.
you're by yourself a lot when a lot happens.
Uh, well, I tend to draw stuff towards me because I
Right.
usually, yeah. I don't have any psychic abilities or anything, but I feel like they definitely come talk to me. They probably feel bad for me.
For some reason,
No,
those
I think
pictures are
it's
starting
like
to
in
open up.
life. I think,
So,
I think he's
wherever you are.
empathic and he doesn't pay attention to it.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what your theory was.
Yeah, I feel
Or
like
you know
he's.
him.
I think he's an empath. I think we have several empaths and sensitives in our group. I don't know
Oh.
if it just comes with our calling or what, but
well,
Well,
maybe
that's
that's why you
good.
got the group together. You started because empath.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That could be a
That's
good
Don't
a good
ask
thing.
me,
point,
You know?
man. Don't ask
Um,
me. I'm too distracted all the time, so I wouldn't notice anyway.
though. You're not gonna label yourself.
No, I don't want to label
Exactly.
myself right now, guys. What's the
Okay,
Yeah, I
question?
get it.
here's another picture. Somebody.
Oh,
It's in black and white. Somebody sitting at a table here.
let's check it out.
That's you.
Oh, what a handsome guy, man! I tell you what.
Look at that
this
guy.
I
Look
tell
at
you.
him.
now this was my favorite place.
Yeah, this is Bedford. In Bedford, this is the Avenel House. Um,
Okay.
it's such a beautiful place. It's right in the historic Bedford, and we were so lucky because when we first got there, we were only supposed to do like half a night. We're supposed to be out of there by midnight. And when we first got there, Jess, myself, and her husband started talking with the lady who runs it, and she fell in love with us and said, "You know what? Just stay all night and just leave in the morning. I'll leave you keys. Don't worry about it. Just lock up, blah blah blah, and
Mhm.
then you can have it the whole second day as well." So we ended up having 2 full days there, and um, we somehow connected with the residents of the Avenel house. Not only did we research and knew every aspect of everything that ever happened there, which is the first time we've ever done that. I hate to say, but we really focused on this place. And then when we were communicating with them, we really wanted them to understand that we loved their story and that we appreciated them. And then for whatever reason, I mean, they really have found us quite interesting, and we had a lot of experiences while we were there, and it's really amazing. It was really
Mm.
a beautiful experience. So,
Yeah, that's
but that's me sitting on the second floor uh, with my mouth open, which is typical.
Mhm.
I normally sit.
Now, I don't. Did you guys ever see where you're based out of? Because you say historic Bedford, and all I can think of is Bedford, Massachusetts. So
Oh,
where are you?
so we're from
Where are you guys out
like
of?
we're like near Virginia Beach, Yorktown, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, in the peninsula area of the Virginia Tidewater region. Um, Bedford, Virginia is way out west. Like I think it's out west. Yeah, you drive up to
Nice.
Lynchburg area,
Okay.
So it's really
Yeah,
cool
I
though.
agree,
It's a
Kim.
beautiful
I
home. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
yeah, I don't think we did say. So good question.
Yeah, great question. It's
No,
such a beautiful home.
because I still don't know where they are. I know they're not from
Woo-woo.
Massachusetts by their
We do that
No.
sometimes.
absolutely.
They don't like
Yeah,
sound like
yeah.
they're from New York, so they're not from here.
Yeah. But
Awesome.
the Avenel house was such a beautiful place. It really
Yeah,
was.
I'm writing these places down to look up. I can't wait. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check them out.
And
Here's
if you really
another.
want to see what it looks like, we did a whole video on it. And I love the beginning of the video because we got to interview the lady. We don't do a lot of interviews. I mean, we're not like those Ghost Adventure guys or
Right,
anything. We're
right.
not that official, but we had the lady there, and she was the historian of the house. She knew the last resident that lived there. They were best friends, and that lady passed away. She was also she was a medium, or I don't know, something. So she was super tuned into this place, right? So we made it a point that we were going to interview her, like a full-on interview. So we
Yeah.
did the best we could, set some cameras up, and we actually captured all the history from her. And while we were doing the interview, she became overwhelmed with feelings, and she said, "Oh my God, when we started talking about the dad, the father, and how he wasn't really a nice guy, supposedly, she got all these feelings, and she's like, they want me to stop talking about their father." And then we had to stop the interview, but it was really cool.
Wow.
It was an awesome place.
That's like
And
the best when you can
There's
have that
nothing like
story in
that.
another
Yeah,
location.
we've had
and
that experience. It's the best.
I don't think
kind of
she's listening. I
experience.
don't think they're listening. I don't think anybody's watching from the Bedford Historical Society, thank God. But we were very lucky. This is a secret, by the way. I was very lucky that they have a room upstairs called the Lee Room, where General Lee slept when he came to visit, him and his wife. And she said that I could sleep in the bed if I wanted to. So at about 12:30 or 1 the second night, about 1 a.m., I was like, I'm going to go to bed and put a camera up and just sleep through the night and wake up at like 6 in the morning. And I got to lay in the bed with a sleeping bag, of course. And I slept in that bed. Well, there's nothing scarier than sleeping in this bed where you know it's haunted and they've been having activity for 2 days. And the camera was up, and I had a REM pod in the REM pod and the dead bell on the floor. And this thing was going ding, 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 ding all night long, man. And I refused to put my head out of the sleeping bag. I'm like, whatever it is, it'll be on camera.
Yeah.
But it was very secret.
Your secret's
very
true with
scary.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
I mean, you
secret's
know
true
what?
with us. Everybody in the audience, shh.
It was a good experience,
Don't
and I'm
tell
so
anybody.
thankful that I got to do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got another one you sitting down here.
Armando.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah, hey, man, I am.
Jeremy, you're a hoot.
Look at that mouth. I tell you,
Yeah, his mouth is
still
always open.
It's
You
still
are
That's 'cause
open.
I'm in-
official.
that's my concentration mouth, guys. So
No, I agree, Melissa. Yeah, not sleeping.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
And Mary
uh,
Beth.
I know I
Scary.
only sent
Yeah.
pictures of Sweet Springs, but this is actually in the this is the slave quarters at Sweet
Yeah.
Springs, and this is where there's a really not so nice presence down there. And this is about 30 minutes before I kind of had a little bit of a situation where I had about 3 minutes. I don't know where I went or what happened. And I'm not one to embellish or make up things. I don't have any reason to do that. But there's 3 minutes where I completely lost track of time, and it was because I was, and I'm not really proud to admit it, but I was provoking a little bit.
Mhm.
And then yeah, I had this really evil, like nasty laugh that they said they heard, and then and it was right after one of the investigators said, "Do you think it's funny to scare us?" And then all of a sudden, I made this really like it's on the video. I didn't believe it either, but I made this really scary laugh twice, and then they woke me up and they were yelling and cussing at me, and I had no idea why. So,
Wow. And you don't remember.
That's intense.
it's like 2 or 3 minutes of zero memory. Only thing I remember is something was incredibly funny. That's all I remember. Because when I woke up, I had this urge to laugh, and they were like, "Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Why are you cussing at me? I don't know what's going on." And
Mhm.
I've never had that happen to me since or ever before. So that was really a creepy moment. And
Yeah.
that was right after I was provoking the spirit down there, because he kept pulling, and he pinched one of the ladies. He pinched on one of the ladies, and he pulled on the hair of another, because he has a tendency to pick on the women. So I said, "Well, hey man, I'm not afraid of you. I dare you to
Right.
touch me. And then don't be a coward, So then I
Said,
sat down
"Hold my beer."
and then I did the Estes method, of course. And I mean, I'm sitting there, everything's cool, and then all of a sudden they're waking me up screaming at me. And I'm like, "Why are y'all yelling?" And then they made me leave. They drugged me out of there, which was
Oh yeah.
sad because it was such a beautiful, awesome place. But it's a
No,
scary
that's
video
good.
if you watch
No,
it.
That's
that's
good.
that was the right move. That was the right move.
Agreed.
Yeah.
What I saw happening because I could see the person. I don't want to give away too much because I want you to like do your reading, but
She
yeah.
did it already.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
already
it's
done.
You
Yeah,
can.
Oh, okay,
She,
great. So-
she pre-recorded everything already.
All right,
that's
cool.
amazing.
So the gentleman that's down there that I'm sure you're going to speak about.
No, I didn't go. I don't think I went. I don't think I read a picture downstairs. I don't
Okay.
think but
Yeah.
go for it.
It's a sensitive subject because, it's a slave quarter, so I'll just leave that there. But the gentleman down there is very angry and
Yeah.
he does not like women down there. He doesn't like anybody down there, to be honest. He just wants to be left the hell alone.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very large man. He was
Yeah.
aggressive from the second that I got down there. It was
Wow.
nothing but profanity. And I was like, okay, so we just need you stay in your lane, I'm going to stay in my lane kind of thing. And then once we got down there and the night kind of progressed, and then Jeremy started to poke, that's when all hell broke loose. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no, we're not hopping into anybody. It's time to go. Clearly, he's got some strength. Let's just get out of here now. So that's what my job is. It's to see
Yeah.
and get everybody out and keep everybody safe.
Yep.
Yeah, would you say he's angry and everything? Why'd you guys bring him a cigar and some whiskey? He might give
If
you a
I'd have
different
had it, I
attitude.
would have brought him some.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He might
Yeah.
he might treat you differently because he might be down there angry and everything. Then you bring him an offering or some kind of treat,
Damn.
and he'll be like, "Whoa!" And he
Well,
might
we're gonna go
he might
back.
get something more.
That's a
We're
good
gonna go
idea,
back.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Why
and
not?
I'll bring
not?
that stuff with us
Whiskey and
next time.
stuff, or I mean, you're down where? That's in Virginia, that area,
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
or West Virginia. That's right. That's
Yep.
sweet. The Sweetwater's in West Virginia. I mean,
It's amazing though. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, it's
whiskey
a
or scotch,
gorgeous
something.
complex. It's a
Mhm.
gorgeous complex, man. It's massive. It's huge. You got these big, beautiful columns in the front. I mean, it's
Mhm.
so gorgeous. I mean, it's an amazing place.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's very, very haunted.
I
So
wish I could have got there.
well, I'm gonna go back. We as a team are going back because we have some unfinished investigating to do.
Mhm.
One of the videos that I
Fair
sent
enough.
you was me in the place doing a solo, and it's like and this is just a short part of that whole episode, that whole part of the episode, but I spend like 45 minutes down there, and it's continuous footsteps and bangings and things moving, and
Really?
Yeah.
it's
Play
one of the
that.
most.
I'm not sure. I have because they came with numbers, so I have one. You are sitting in one of them. There's a loud
That's it.
bang.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give that a
Oh, I
shot.
want to see it.
It's really
Okay.
amazing. I'm still
When
blown away.
just to let you guys
So are
know,
we-
when a video
We're
comes on,
listening?
it actually mutes us, so we can't talk.
Right.
Well, you could talk, but nobody's going to hear you.
Right.
So
Is
here
it?
we go.
Are we listening for things like footsteps?
Yeah. So just turn
Okay.
your volume up a little and just listen
Yeah.
and enjoy it. It's
That's what
pretty
I was
amazing.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit the volume.
I think it's kind of loud. I mean, it is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah. The
loud.
video is nice and
I
loud.
listened to it before,
Okay.
so here we go.
Hello? It's absolutely terrifying right now. I'm hearing all kinds of noises. And I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. It's very, very scary. I'm hearing noises everywhere. I'm hearing noises everywhere. This is absolutely crazy. I'm the only one down here right now. There's noises behind me in this room.
That's so
kidding?
cool.
That
Are
was
you
the
kidding
best.
me?
That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
That is awesome because it sounds like it's something's going to be right there. I love it.
yeah, that's
That's
wild.
great.
I
It
know,
is
like
right
any
there.
minute, something's gonna. Did you hear the whisper out loud, or was that just
I
later?
heard. Oh,
Yeah, I heard everything. It's so bad. It's so crazy in there. Like
Oh,
I
so it
couldn't
was like,
Oh, that's wild.
audible. Yeah, my entire brain was just exploding because there's so many noises. I'm
wow,
like,
okay.
no way, man. I'll give you a
I
backstory
wasn't
real
sure
quick.
if it was like disembodied or an
Yeah.
EVP or
No,
something.
so
Wow.
now this is a giant complex, right? And I told the group I'm going on a solo. So they were the entire other wing of this place. So I knew they wouldn't be anywhere near us. And we actually had to go down like subfloor, like we had to go down. And it used to be that ward used to be a nursing home, which is why I think we're hearing the shuffling because it's the shuffling of old people feet.
Oh,
And I had seen that hallway on another video where these two gentlemen sat there and they could hear like I even saw that same chair because I knew this is where it was, and it was like it sounded like when I was down there that there's 20 rooms, on this hallway that go down, and it sounded like there's people in each room. It was just inside those rooms there were just those bangs, and I'm like, what?
Mhm.
And then it almost did a loop because after maybe a minute, the footsteps started again. Then there was the bang, and
Right.
it was like almost like it was looping itself.
yeah.
And
I
yeah.
noticed that.
yeah, and I couldn't really run either because I didn't know where I was, and I had no radio. So,
There's no running. There's
It's-
no radio.
Yeah. What I think would happen there was that you went to like a time loop and you were
yeah,
sitting,
maybe.
the place came alive like it was normally the way it was back when it was active, when they had patients and stuff.
Yeah,
And you're just sitting there witnessing the noises and you were the ghost to them,
yeah,
pretty
probably.
much.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
were the ghost to them. And you just sat there and then things just went back and forth like you didn't exist.
Yeah,
So
and they may
I
not
feel
even have
that-
seen me,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the residual energy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll-
And I think
mean,
that's why I
very
didn't
strong
run
there.
either. And I didn't really run because one, I didn't want to lose the opportunity to catch something on film. Because one of my pet peeves is Jess will tell you, she's probably laughing. My pet peeve is when you see these shows and they say they caught something really amazing, but you never see it because they're too busy running and screaming away. And I'm like, you knew you were
Right.
going in here to do this. Like, this is the whole plan.
Exactly.
It's like if I go into a burning building with a fire hose and I find a fire, but I don't put it out, I just run out. Like, what's
Right.
the point of bringing the hose in if you're not going to put the
You're like,
fire out, right? So,
I know
Right.
you're like, wait, there was a fire in there.
yeah, sit
Yeah,
still
that's-
for a minute
The idea.
and shut up so we can hear.
Exactly.
Like, don't talk.
That's it.
So that's why I was very not and say much because I wanted to hear the footsteps and yeah, I'm so
That was-
lucky.
You're
An
one of the
amazing
few
video.
investigators that I actually spoke to and stuff that actually investigates just like I do. Just sit there, shut up, throw the
Sit there, shut
camera on. And it's
Yeah.
very rare that people do that nowadays. Everybody wants to get the right footage and everybody wants to get the hell out. You're there.
Yeah,
You're the first.
yeah,
I was
you'll
always
never
the
see
first and the
our
last
group
out.
run. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
never run. That's our motto. We
Unless
don't.
there's
That's
a
one of our
bat.
things.
I run for bat.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm
Sorry
running.
about that. Yeah.
I totally
yeah.
left him behind. It was just him and I, and there was a bat, and I was gone.
Yeah. So,
Fair.
so I saw 305 say they were going to the noise. So, what you didn't see right at the end of that clip, there's probably another 10 minutes of this. I actually get up. If you look in the video, you can watch it a little more. I get up and I start going down and checking because I'm like, all right, let me just check. So I walk all the way down the end of the hall. It's a dead end, right? There's no way down there. Then I start checking rooms. And I'm like, well, there's got to be something here. And it was absolutely nothing, which made it more scary. And I'm like, oh, geez, man. And then I was like, well, I have no way to call my friends and go, hey, I need help. So just hope for the best. And
Oh my gosh, first responders, you need walkies. What are you thinking?
Well, we normally do.
Okay.
But we had
You,
come
you
up
don't
with
have
plans of
you don't have
Yeah.
two tin cans with a string to it, do you?
no.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes it a little
No.
scarier too when you don't have a radio,
No,
you
I'm
know.
just
You
Try to-
sent me some pictures of hallways. I'm not sure if this is it. I'm not
I
sure
like
of the way you
hallways.
just did.
Oh, so do
Is
I.
that it?
So do
That's
I.
Waverly.
No, I think it's
That's a
no,
different
I
Okay.
think it's the other one, Anthony.
How about
It's the
this
other
one?
hallway.
Yeah, that's Sweet Springs there. Yep.
That's where
Yeah,
you were.
so-
That's where it just happened.
Nope. That's a whole different hallway.
Okay, I'm trying
So the way
to.
this building, hey Anthony, it's okay. So the way this building is shaped, it's you have a regular building and then it jets out. There's 3 long corridors that jet out on the backside and they're multiple floors. So there's going to be long hallways. They're really confusing when you go there trying to figure out where you are initially. I would never be able to take you back to that hallway right away. I'd have to go searching for it because it took me, we had to go do it. We went there once, me and another guy on the team, her husband, and we sat there and nothing happened when the 2 of us were in there. So I'm like, well, I'm going back on a solo mission. That was kind of like, Jess will tell you, it was like my goal that time. I was like, I want to do a solo. I want to do a solo.
Yeah.
Her husband did a solo. He heard some noises.
He did. Yep.
I love Randy, but Randy broke the rule. Randy said,
ran.
hell no, I'm out. And he got the hell out of there.
Okay.
And
He did good. I'm proud of him. But
He did
he'll tell
good,
you.
though.
He like walked up there. He did a little bit of stuff.
He said, no, 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 no.
Noise once, and then it got louder, and he said, "F this," and he was out. And he was like, you can literally hear him on camera. Nope, I'm out. And he just.
But it
turned
was
back and went the
it
other
was
way.
scary. That's a neat place though. Yeah,
The
so-
energy is just.
I'd love to go investigate with you
It's not
guys.
good. It's not
Oh,
Maybe
we
good.
would love
maybe
it.
we'll
Yeah.
get- we would love to go with you guys.
Let's do Sweet Springs, you know?
Oh,
I'd like to go to Sweet Springs. I like out of all the states, West Virginia is like one of the states I think has some of the best stuff. Trans Allegheny, which Jenny's going to be at this weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm jealous.
And West Virginia Penitentiary. I love both of them. West Virginia is
Those
one of the
sound
worst
fun.
I've been to.
I want to go to those places, so we'll get there eventually.
If you go to Sweet Springs, you need to bring food and prepare to not have any cell service because everything closes at 5 and you do not have service. We literally
Oh,
ate
no.
peanut butter on hot dog buns for dinner.
Are
was
you
good.
That's
eating?
great. I tell you, I'm over here in Queens, and I always complain about when I go outside of Queens any investigation because everything closes like at 7, 8 o'clock. I'm like, come on. Over here, like I was telling them, I could call up and I could get a pizza like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock. I could call up and get Taco Bell at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, anytime.
Right.
So I'm spoiled. You know, I don't have to leave my place. People just deliver food to me.
People
we
deliver
live in the country,
cannoli
man.
to him when he wants it.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
like,
but-
I want
Yeah,
some cannoli.
We live in the
Yeah.
country, brother. So,
Yeah.
everything closes on Sunday and, that kind of stuff. Sweet tea and apple pie. So,
Sweet
love
tea
it.
and apple pie.
But Jess, you bring up a good point because food and the paranormal, they go together.
You
Yeah.
do. You
Well-
gotta
You gotta
eat.
have your snacks.
And I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm reading, I'm like, I have got to
Starving.
first of all, I got to step away. I have to ground and I need to eat because I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
And by
Well,
the
what's my
time we're
problem,
done,
man?
I vibrate the whole time. By the time we're done,
Okay.
I need to eat a snack and I'm out for a good 10, 12
Mhm.
hours.
I just eat snacks because I eat my feelings.
Yeah,
So,
same
that's
breath.
why
I just eat.
I just
Oh my
eat, man.
God.
That's what we do.
Bring
No, but
cannolis, and we have
yeah, but no,
cannolis and
right?
whatever we get. I mean, yeah, you got definitely when you go, like you said, Jess, you need your food, water, something to drink, your
Yeah.
food, just to ground. And when you walk away, because sometimes with the energy is taken from you by the spirits or the energy of the location, you need that energy, that fuel to get you back going. Especially
It
with the
definitely
drive,
wears you
like
out.
you have to drive like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning home. And-
Ooh.
yeah.
Kim eats meat afterwards.
Yes,
gets all
I have to
carnivore on us.
eat meat, whatever kind of meat I have for grounding. Any kind of not
It's-
good stuff to eat, but yeah, I totally understand that, Jess. Now,
Nice.
I read that hallway. I read that place. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
if we want to
Let's
see
see
that.
I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Kim, let's put you on now. Put one of yours up, then we put one of
We'll
his.
go through those last photos that they gave
You
us.
show me yours, I show you mine. Come on.
Okay.
All
So
right.
yeah, we'll start here. Okay, so we have another reading for this week's guest. I was given a few photos and I picked a few of the hallways actually, and I'm going to start with this photo here. So this looks like a hallway. And immediately as I'm tuning into this, I know this would be either a hospital, sanatorium, asylum. This is definitely a place where they would have done medical procedures, meaning like surgeries. I am seeing that this would have been like a medical facility to the degree that they would have actually have done procedures on some of these individuals, these patients. I actually feel like this was probably more abandoned recently, 1990 being abandoned, but I want to put this being built 1930s into the 1950s, and there's some really intense energies that are here. So I'm going to name a few of what I'm seeing, because they move around quite a bit in the hallways. Absolutely would see shadow figures, absolutely would be touched, absolutely would be whispers, indiscriminate yelling. They're even saying like fingers on a chalkboard, like scraping sounds, like not dragging, but like scraping. And I want to talk about, there's quite a bit of sticky energy here. And how I'm going to talk about this is I commonly see this either in hospitals or in asylums, where there is sticky conglomerates of energy. These sticky conglomerates of energy tend to be in corners, tend to kind of act as like blobs, almost like blobs of dark, intense energy. What you would feel if you were near them is you would feel kind of like this could be confusion. Often you'll feel confusion when you're near these. You may also feel like depressed or sadness, like a deep sadness. And often people who are sensitive may even feel physical pain, because they're not spirit conglomerates of energy. They're actually conglomerates of the experience of pain and suffering. So you will find these, and they're sticky, meaning what I mean by sticky is that they kind of are like in the corners. They're like on the walls. They may be on the floor, and they don't have the shape of like a human spirit. You can see these, sensitive people can experience these. They may see these as like a shadow on the floor. They may see them as a shadow going up the wall. They're not going to have a human outline to them. And when you experience one of these, you're not going to be able to really communicate with it at all. You're just going to be feeling these physical sensations, which is it's like kind of like a snowball of negative experiences that have happened in these buildings, like I said. So that is why I believe that this place is one of those, because you don't see them very often. You see them in places where there is extreme emotional experiences.
Whoa.
Very good. So I have the history of Sweet Springs, so we could look at some of the stuff you said. I think you're right on by most of it. Now the actual building, it said, was erected, maybe not the entire building, but in the 1700s. But when I was reading the history and listening to you talk at the same time, I do think you're getting in the 1930s and 40s. It was a sanatorium for tuberculosis patients. So I think that's what you're hitting on when you're talking about the 30s. It was a spring resort for rich and prosperous people back in the day, but I think it transitioned into a different type of facility, which is why you're probably hitting on the 30s and 40s for being erected or built, because I'm sure they added on and changed a lot of things.
Right.
And then in the 90s, which I thought was very cool that you said the 90s, because that's very specific about this. In the 1990s, 91 actually, the state turned it over to Monroe County and established a rehabilitation center, and it lasted until 96. And then it was sold, and in 2005 it was sold again, and then bought in 2015. So your dates are right on. I mean, when you said the 90s, it really hit me. I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy, because in the 90s it turned into a rehabilitation center. But before that, you talked about procedures. We all know during the tuberculosis outbreaks back in those 30s and 40s and stuff, that they did all kinds of gnarly procedures on people, not all good ones either. So
Mhm.
it's very similar to Waverly Hills. They did some things that experimental. So I think that's what you're getting from the surgeries. And at one time it was a home for the elderly as well. That's what that floor was I was on, with all the noises. So very good though. I was impressed.
Wow.
Yeah, it's intense. Like Jess, you kept saying like the energy there is pretty intense. And in my experience, it's like I can literally, I just know it's a hospital or sanatorium by just like looking at the energy. And do you experience those kind of energies seeing those, Jess?
Yes, when you were talking about like the blob and stuff, absolutely. I call it a blob. But yes,
Yeah.
100%. There was a lot of that. I had a lot of like that experience, and then it's just a negativeness. And like sometimes you don't always see it, but you feel it. But yes, there was a lot of that. And there was a lot of sadness, especially in the elderly piece of it. There was one specific spirit that kept calling me his grandmother's name, not his grandmother's, his granddaughter's name. And I don't know that he understood. I think he maybe was a dementia patient or something, and I don't think he understood that he had passed on, and I was not her. So that was kind of like a sad moment there. But yeah, so many emotions in just one small building. There's residual, there's things that people bring there because we have so many paranormal investigators that like investigate, and they bring their energy in there, and it just sticks in there.
Yeah.
I love that you bring that up. We often don't talk about our energy that we bring into these places over and over.
100%.
I love that you said that. Kim, I thought of a puddle, like a paranormal puddle, when you describe these things.
Yeah, sometimes they can
That's
look
what
like
I'm
that.
gonna call it.
Yeah. And they'll be like, sometimes when people take pictures and they'll see like these dark figures in a corner, but like they're not the shape of a human. They're just like kind of wispy and
coming down the wall, like a dark thing. Think like it's like shadowing out, but you can't figure out what that is. Yeah.
Now I saw a full-fledged shadow mist thing move when I was there as they were dragging me out of the facility. Forcing me into the trunk or the back seat. Sorry, they were forcing me into the back seat.
Time out.
I was resisting arrest, and as I looked over to the columns where we were in the slave quarters are below, and the rest of it's above, and there's this giant porch. Well, the lights are on from the slave quarters area. Well, I could see where the lights were on, and then I saw in this black shadowy mist figure super fast, like dart between the underneath. And at that point, I'm screaming at them like, we have to go towards that. And they're like, hell no, man. And then I watched it dart back, and it was like so fast, but it was absolutely something moved, and it wasn't an animal. It was human size, and it went like that. And I'm like, and I'm freaking out, and I was ready to go straight back to wherever that was, because I was like, dude, if we catch that on camera, that would be gold. I mean, that's like what we need. And I got drug into the car and hauled away.
Safety first. Safety first.
That's enough for tonight, Jeremy. That's enough.
You got time out.
I really did. It happens.
You have two more videos here. I got one more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Child's voice and one scream. Which one
this
you
is
want?
A good one. Yeah.
Which one? The child?
They're both amazing. So do the child first. And this is awesome.
And then we get to all Kim stuff because Kim has 3 more.
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
The team set up 4 static cameras on the 2nd floor. While setting up the cameras, the body cam captured a young child's voice.
My first interaction with him was there, but we've had interactions in both rooms.
Did you catch that? Is that little Mary telling us it's me? There were no children in the house during the investigation. Listen one more time.
My first interaction with him was there, but
That's wow.
That's cool.
Good catch.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was really
Where
cool.
was
Yeah.
that?
And that was
my
at
little
Powhatan. That's her buddy. Yeah. That was Little Powhatan Manor. It's in Colonial Williamsburg. It's actually at a resort. It sits right in the middle of the resort. So it gets people come in all the time to explore and whatever. But Jerry and what's Jerry and what's the
David
other guy's name?
Flowers. Yeah.
David Flowers. Yeah, they kind of run that place, but that was cool because we set the body cam up, and that's just from the body cam audio, by the way. And you hear Jess in the background answering a question from me, because I'm asking her, well,
Yes.
using your abilities, where should we put the cameras? And she's going, well, maybe. And then right at that same point, you hear little Mary say, it's me. And then right after that, I had said, now I didn't know we caught that. I said, Mary, we're going to leave for a couple hours. Can you make these lights flicker? And then when I go back to watch the video, the damn lights are flickering for like 20 minutes.
Wow.
It was crazy. I'm like, what? Yeah, so she's a sweetheart, little Mary is. Yeah, she was
that
really
little
cool.
voice. It's
Yeah.
so, I mean, that sounded like a living child. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was so
And
clear.
we just spent 2 hours talking to her. And so what we did is we went in a room and we had an EMF detector on the table, and we had a REM pod at the door, and we were talking to her like parents would talk to a child. So we're like, look,
Smart.
we understand you might be afraid of these noises. So why don't you, and I reached my hand out and said, walk with me over here to this REM pod, and we are going to experience it together so you can tell it's not scary. And then I walked her around the room a little. Jess was my guide, she's like, yeah, she's really interested in, she's comfortable with you. So I was trying to be like the dad, like hold my hand and walk with me. And I don't know if she was holding my hand or not, but she obviously liked us enough because she said, when we were trying to put our cameras places, I think she was either saying, it's me, like over here, or maybe she was maybe she saw herself in the body cam picture. I don't know how it all works. I mean, I'm no expert in any of this stuff, but
right, it's a good
it was
guess,
a really
though.
cool catch. Yeah.
Yeah, almost
Yeah,
like you
so
saw
sweet.
yourself in a mirror. Like, oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, it's me.
It does sound like
Yeah.
that. Not like, hey, it's me, but it's me.
Yeah,
Like,
she was
it's
super
like-
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool
That
though?
is
So that's one of my
adorable.
favorite catches.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
a great one.
We got one more with a scream.
All right. So this one is a really hard one to listen to, and I'll explain it to you after it's done.
And
And
Okay.
tell everybody,
yeah.
everybody in the audience is up. Raise your volumes
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the list.
You don't have, this one you'll hear pretty good though.
Yeah,
Right.
I know I heard it pretty good. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
one's hard.
Yeah,
Um,
and right after you hear "Please help me," you kept on hearing "help."
yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
hear
So
you can still hear the audio saying.
all we
"Help
did
me,
was
help, help."
slow it down just a hair,
Mhm.
because it was really fast, and I just amplified the audio so you could hear it clearer. But it
Mhm.
blew my mind when I listened to it because I was like, "Holy crap!" And there's an entire story that goes with it. If you're not familiar with the Cabin on 360, it's a location in Rico. We've been there multiple times. We've had a few videos there. Jess has had a viral video there where her and another
Oh.
psychic. Let me tell you about that in a second. But this video, that girl that you see on there is actually Melissa, and she was Elliot, and she was murdered in 1979, in October 1979, by her stepbrother, and she was abused before that. It was really tragic. Anyway, so that place is really hard to go into.
Mhm.
The room that we caught that is her room where she was murdered at.
Oh.
There's been a lot of talk about there being evil spirits there as well in the basement that influenced Randy to kill his stepsister. The entire house is on Civil War bloodstained battlefield grounds, Cold Harbor
Mhm.
area. And then there's a cabin next to it that was built in the 80s. And for some reason, that one's haunted as well. So this entire property is the most condensed amount of paranormal activity in one small area. And so if you ever in Henrico and you want to visit a really highly intense location that you're gonna get evidence. We've never gone and not caught something. It's the cabin on 360. The prices are really good. I don't work for them, but I'm just telling you, it's a good location. It's very affordable.
It's good.
And Melissa, we've had so many experiences with Melissa that for about 4-month period, I was really tuned into her. And I was emotionally attached to her. One, from having to edit all these videos and listening to all her voices all the time. But when we were there, it felt like a father figure to a daughter. And I had a lot of emotional stuff that Jess had to help me kind of cut back and release. But yeah, that's a very hard one to listen to, man, because that's her screaming, please help. And I don't think, I'll give you my opinion on this. I think there's two things happening. There's residual and there's intelligent there. What we caught there was residual of her scene where she was being murdered. I think that's not an intelligent spirit. I think we catch her other voices. Other times when we're talking to her, she'll say like, thank you or hi, like regular talk. And every once in a while, yeah, I see you, thank you, I'll play with you. Other times we catch, please help, or she's screaming for help. So I think we're catching two different things here. She'll also play with you. So like there's a video I made where we put cat balls all over the place and we counted around the room, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I told her, hey, when we get to 5, make the cat ball go off. And she made 2 cat balls go off at the same time.
Wow.
She did this. So she did this a bunch of times. That device we were using, we had a digital voice recorder and we had a spirit box going, and we caught that on the audio from the camera. That what you're hearing is me replaying the audio for the camera mic so we could catch it, because we didn't want to lose it. We were afraid we were going to lose it off of one of the devices.
Yeah.
That's a regular EVP that,
Yeah. So we caught, you hear the static box in the back.
Yes.
But we could have swore when we replayed the digital voice recorder that we heard someone say, please help, but it was really hard to hear. So I said, all right, pause everything, stop everything. We got to review this. So when we went back to review, I said, hold the camera up because we got to record the audio. I don't want to lose it on accident. And when I went back home, I actually slowed it down just a hair and then raised the audio. And that's what we caught. But we caught a lot of voices from her. It's just sad, man. It breaks my heart every time I hear that.
How old was she when she was murdered?
12. She was 12.
Wow.
She's 12 years old, yeah. So she's
you got some more videos? I don't want to run out of time.
Yeah.
I got.
Why don't we go to those photos, the other photos?
Yeah.
Because we'll read.
Okay.
I mean, the other photos, those are the ones you read.
Yeah. So why don't we put those up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about them, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool little picture. So that's the basement of the Powhatan Manor House. And there's a male spirit named Thomas down there that I learned that a male spirit named Thomas was down there because I caught a guy saying Thomas, and we think he's from like what, the Revolutionary period or something. But I heard the name Thomas on the audio and I had no idea. So I went and asked the lady who runs the place, like, hey, has anybody ever caught a voice down here, without telling her the name? And she said, yeah, they always catch the name Thomas. And I'm like, oh shit, well, cool. Well, he said hi to me, so yeah, it's pretty nice. Neat. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I obviously only sent you two or three places. I apologize. So this is I'm not real good at this kind of stuff. I sent this is another circa 1760. That's just the downstairs place.
Yeah, I see a small door on the right hand side. Is that a door, like a crawl space?
Access. Yeah, it's like a crawl space door. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't open it. I didn't want to open it and release anything, so I just left it.
Yeah, no. It looks like it's pretty much painted shut anyway. If you look at it, it looks like they painted it because there's no open lines there. It's like spots and everything. So it looks like
that house stays abandoned all year. I mean, it's always no one's ever in there. So when you break the seal of the front door, you get the smell of like old, and you get the feelings of like like, what are you doing here?
Like, yeah. like mole and stuff like that, probably.
Well, no, it's immaculate. They have a housekeeper.
Is
it? Yeah.
Oh wow.
The poor little housekeeper has to go in there.
Okay. I'm going to show you two more hallways, and then we'll play Kim's.
Well, I was going to say we'll go from one video to the photo and video to photo, but we'll do all photos.
All right.
here.
So
Okay,
where did you want to go? You want me to go back?
That's Waverly Hills. That's Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Yep. And that was a really cool experience as well.
Wow.
So
okay, just tell me what you want to do, Kim.
We see these orbs in this. Well, I mean, it could also be dust too. But did you? Is this a picture because of that you sent to us because of the orbs, or you guys caught a lot of orbs, or
no? So I'm not a big orb. I'm no expert, but I don't believe everything that I see is a ghost. Jess will laugh at me because I overanalyze every orb. So I look at flight patterns.
He looked at the flight pattern. It's so funny. He's like, wait, look at the flight pattern on that.
Bugs fly a certain way. Bugs fly a certain way, right? So bugs usually have a path, but then they can change it. But a lot of times you can see the changing of the light because that's their wings moving.
You see the dashes.
Yeah, dust tends to kind of blow up in a direction usually and then settle down. An orb, it's really hard for me to say something's an orb. Now, if I'm sitting completely still and no one's moving for 45 minutes and all of a sudden I see this ball of whatever move from the wall across the room and through the other wall, I'm more likely to believe that's energy versus a bug or dust. But for me, they just walk through there. You see the people back there. So it's likely they kicked up dust.
Yes, and that's what they probably did on the floor as you're walking. The dust comes up.
Most people don't realize that you kick up a shit ton of dust when you walk. So,
was it a rainy day there or humid day?
It was a little humid, yeah.
All right, because you see the ones that are very light, that look like little lights on the right hand side.
Yeah,
that's raindrop. That's that's a moistness.
Oh, okay.
That's
It could have been. Yeah.
And the other ones are just dust. You can see how they are. And plus, a couple of circle ones look like faces in them. That's usually water also.
Yeah, I don't believe everything.
When it comes to
get crazy over that.
Yeah, I'm the same way like you are. I actually one time I looked up how things look under microscopes, how certain dust looks under the microscope, and that's the way you're going to see it if you take a picture of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
it's
the whole
reflecting
thing.
the light, so it's just
that's all it is.
So I'm really particular. Like in the very beginning when we first started, I was learning how to do this. So I was like, oh look, that must be a ghost. But then as I started really studying it a little and sometimes we'll be like, oh, look what we caught. Because remember when we first went to Circa, we saw these orbs and we were like, holy shit, man, there's ghosts everywhere. And then I started, unless the flight pattern was right. But other than that,
the flight pattern, that is very funny.
Yeah.
So I'm standing.
He's right with
there's
that.
a video. There's one little
video.
video. I was very serious. I'm scientific as much as I can be. So there was there was this ball of light. I'm not going to call it dust, nor am I going to call it a bug, because could have been a bug. No one was moving, and it flew behind my leg, and it went over to the door, and then the door opened. So in my mind, if I'm breaking it down in the paranormal world, I'm like, it's energy moving to the door and opened it. Because it's too coincidental that the bug flew over to the door and then the door just randomly opened. So it's hard to really get me to believe in orbs. Who
does he sound like right now, you guys? He's like, that's totally me, Jeremy. I'm like, but probably not. But no, but probably not.
We're trying.
Like,
we're trying.
You just can't get me there.
Yeah, we want to do a good job. We don't want to say everything's a ghost.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big old person, and I always said that with orbs. I have to, look at it, and you're definitely right with the flight pattern. All you need is a little breeze, somebody walking to do it, air conditioning, if there's a fan on or something, anything where there's like a location like that, you might have a breeze from somewhere that you don't see, and you might not feel it because it might be that light, but dust could get picked up.
Anthony, I'll tell you, one of the reasons that I'm able to really distinguish between dust and bugs now is because we have 60 videos and I've done all the editing and I've watched all the videos.
Mhm.
And so I can look at something now in a video and I can see it out of the corner of my eye. Like I can watch a video, and if something moves out of the corner of my eye, I can catch it. Like I've caught some crazy stuff. We caught a kid run past the windowsill at Waverly, the top of the kid's head. But if you watch the actual original video, there's no way you could see that unless you are so like tuned into the video that I saw something in the corner of my right eye move, and I'm like, pause, rewind, and then literally it was while they were playing with the kids up there. You see the top of a kid's head dart past the top of the windowsill, and we caught it on video. It's a beautiful. It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
stuff
those,
like
all
that.
those.
You should get the video and show people how how to debunk things that everybody thinks. Some groups would say that's a ghost. Look at the head. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it was a real kid though. It was. I mean, it wasn't a real kid. It
But
was a
what I'm
ghost.
saying
It was a ghost.
There's too many groups out there that say that's not. You know what I mean? That's the spirit, and that's how I like to show. And you can ask Kim or Jenny if I have something and I show some of my evidence. I'll say, okay, what do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been doing this for a long time also, so I could see things and other people might not see it right away or hear it too. So I know what you're talking about with that.
We're still rookies, so we're just learning. So
yeah, it's going on. I'm going to be 63. I've been doing this since I was 13.
Oh wow! So you've been doing it my entire life. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you old. I'm just saying.
I'll do it.
Yeah, she does. I'm the fossil in the field.
That's all right.
I never look at orb photos. I always insist people show me a video.
Yeah.
I just don't think you can ever see a still orb really.
And I don't think you see as many orbs in regular video. I don't think you see as many orbs. The picture really does it with the flash, and because I have seen some crazy things move across a room, and I'm like, that seems a little weird. Like it keeps flying from the same direction, and the flight pattern just looks ghostly to me. So
the IR light also does show the orbs also, or shows the reflection off of dust or pollen. I could go through a dozen things, rain or whatever, mist, so everything. I got one more picture to show, and then we got to hit Kim up because I don't want to
somewhere else because I must have sent you the pictures of the same place. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, we're good.
We're having a good conversation.
No, typically we pick one location and focus on it, so you're fine.
Yeah, there's multiple, so it's great.
Used to doing
one. Well, we talked about it. It's Sweet Springs. It's I think it's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And that's a very spooky hallway. The nurse's station that's in the middle, right behind where this picture was taken, still has patient's medication sitting on the counter. And it's really creepy, especially at night in the dark, because you definitely hear some stuff happening. We heard a lady whisper to us. It's just super scary. I mean, it's just an eerie place. That's Sweet Springs, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's for Kim. If you want to take over, Kim has 3 more videos to go through that she actually did reading. The amazing Kim.
Yeah, she's the fan favorite, you guys, really.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. But so the picture, I want to go back to one of the pictures so we can get some context of what I was reading, because I read, I'll go to this photo. So this photo I read, and I'll tell you, I didn't know that these were different locations. So kind of take what I'm saying maybe with a grain of salt. But it sounds like this is still a sanitarium, so it still fits in. And so I'm going to go to this photo, which is another hallway. Again, I'm still feeling like this is a hospital situation. This feels maybe more long-term or more like patients, like asylum patients, maybe locked down here or kept away down here. Yeah, there's just this sense of heaviness. So also in these hallways here, you would feel like somebody is watching you. You may feel like somebody is walking behind you. You may feel or hear footsteps coming up behind you. Now in this photo, I am seeing quite a bit of orbs. That could just be the degree of dust in this area, but I do feel that there is quite a bit of residual energy here. That's just kind of keeping the space really full, even though at the same time it feels absolutely abandoned, meaning alone. Everybody is alone, isolated. Family's not able to come. And it's interesting, I do feel like there is a younger spirit that wants to be made known here as well. This does feel like a younger girl. I want to put her around the age of 5 or 6. She's wearing a neat little dress. She's very curious. I don't know why I'm seeing her in this area. I'm not feeling like they had kids here. This would be more for adults, but that's how this spirit is presenting herself to me. I do feel like I see her with bangs. I feel like she is blonde. I may even see her with pigtails. And she does giggle, or like you might hear her giggling on EVPs or on live EVPs. And I also believe she follows people around wanting to be engaged.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
talk, Jeremy. This is
yeah, let
giving
Jess tell
me.
you all about this. Jess
So
is
you
this is
are
her
so
spot.
spot on. You're talking about little Sarah. She is so sweet.
Oh.
Yes, there was children that were there, unfortunately.
Oh.
And you're spot on, like they could not be with their family. But there's 2 children spirits that are very vocal and very active there. It's going to be Daniel, who hangs out, oddly enough, in the where they kept the bodies. And then you're speaking of little Sarah, though. She was the cutest, sweetest. The second you were like, oh, the little girl, I was like, oh, she's gonna talk about her pigtails and her blonde hair and her dress.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
She's so sweet. She's
But
playful. Like she
5
would
years
like run
old?
down the hallway and peek her head out and ha ha ha, ha, and then run down the hallway and peek her head out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely not what I was expecting to see there as like this little joyful little
Right.
child, because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But oh, I'm so glad you've seen her too. I love that.
Yeah, the upper floors of the 5th floor of Waverly Hills was the children's wing. It's where the kids were kept. And there, obviously 6,000 people passed away at Waverly Hills during the tuberculosis epidemic. But the kids' wing was upstairs. But I think little Sarah must have roamed the halls, and
Oh,
she likes
sure.
Jess. So very good
Nice.
job,
Oh,
though,
I'm
Kim.
sure.
Very good.
Were these tuberculosis children patients?
I'm sure there were some patients there. It was pretty contagious.
I
So I'm
think
sure
I think it was
there's some.
patience, and then also from what I gathered just from speaking to spirit, I don't know for sure. Sorry, I pull my ears when I read. Is also they were there because both parents were being treated.
Oh.
Okay, because that's kind of what I was like, why are they here? It didn't make sense to me. So yeah, that could make sense if it was their parents being treated there. Interesting. Oh, love
That's
her.
right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, you picked up on that degree of separation. Like you're like, she's there, but she's not supposed to be there. Like, maybe she was, maybe you're right. Maybe she was with her parents.
Yeah.
Like,
Real
there
tragic.
wasn't a direct link.
Right.
Fascinating. I always think it's so interesting, like what spirit chooses to be so present, out of all of the souls that have gone through locations like that. Why Sarah? Why is Sarah still so present to be experienced and read? So yeah,
And I
really
always
interesting.
wonder why children are stuck, like I don't know much, but like if, I would assume that when a child passes away, they're able to go to heaven and they don't have to be stuck on earth. And I don't know why they get stuck here. I'm so confused. I guess one day I'll learn the answer to
Well,
that. But for now,
sometimes I feel with that, they don't know where to go. They want their mommy, their daddy, or they're lost because they're children. They don't really know what to go to go to the other side. So I feel that they're kind of lost looking for their parents or their mommy or whoever they want to find. So
Yeah.
that's why I think children stay behind, because I know children, they're not like adults who they don't have the same sins or whatever. Our minds are why we want to stay or why we feel we can't go on or whatever. But I feel
Yeah.
that they're kind of lost because they don't know better. They don't have the experience. So
Right.
that's why I think they're behind.
Fair.
I mean, that's my theory. I can't say that's fact, but
Well,
That sounds good.
you got to theorize.
Yeah. No, it's a
Yeah.
good point, Anthony. If they had passed while their parents were being treated in the sanitarium, then they may not know where else to go and go there. But I
Mhm.
actually personally don't believe that it's their whole soul or their whole essence that is quote unquote stuck. I do believe their soul goes on, but it's a portion of their experience that is still here for whatever reason. And it could be a reason like that, Anthony, is that they just didn't know where to go. But I don't believe their whole soul is
Yeah.
stuck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I wonder too, like I've thought a couple times too, like I wonder if you're in an area where you've had a lot of trauma or an event that occurred or you spent a lot of time at and you passed on, I wonder if you have the ability to revisit that place, like
Oh,
move
absolutely.
back and forth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
You can't go
Absolutely.
everywhere, but that's the place that had the most impact, positive or negative, in your life, and you're able to go back and forth.
Sure.
I just wonder about that too.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Completely agree with that, Jeremy, is that they can a free spirit can come in and out as they please or if they want to.
Yeah.
Most don't want to, but some do.
Right.
So yeah, then I saw this one, right? And you said
Yeah.
this was the which house again?
This is the plantation. It's called the Williamsdale Home. It's circa 1760 plantation in Matthews County.
Great.
And the house has been in the family since, forever.
Perfect. All right. I'll play video. So I'll go into this photo here. It's a purple photo, infrared photo. This is a really intense energy here. I do feel like this is a male. I do feel like this would be either his room or near his room. And there's quite a bit of an intensity here going. I almost see him at the threshold of the door looking into this room. People would definitely experience this gentleman. He feels middle-aged. I get a B name with him, like a Bob. Gosh, I don't know if this door slams or he's very intense and upset. And he is very much like, what are you doing in my space, in my spot? I do believe he shows up on photos or cameras, but you would mostly feel him like as you walk through this area, just like, hold up. I'm trying to ask if he is patient, but I don't feel like he's a patient because I want to see him almost like looking into the room. And like, so I'm in the room and I'm seeing him out in the hallway looking into the room. So I don't wonder if he's a warden or he could also be a doctor, but he's not dressed like a doctor. So I feel like this might be a warden, night nurse, big man, and formidable.
Oh man. So you blew me away real quick because you said big man who was a B name, which his name is Bert. Yeah, and he was a doctor, but he was a scientist. And he was a big guy.
But you described him as being really nice.
So I think he was nice. Yeah, the second time we were there, I think he recognized us. He must have. But the first time, he was definitely a figure that was sort of like, "Hey, why are you here?
Gotcha.
Why are you in my house?" But once he realizes we're family, we're friends. Also, you said he shows up at that doorway. I caught an amazing. I caught him multiple times on the SLS, standing at the doorway, just waiting for me. Like it's almost like he was waiting. And when you said the B name, that about blew my brain. I was like, "What? Oh no, it's Bert." Yeah, that's so cool.
He's there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe it's not him because you described him as being like, so the house is being very loving. Like
Well, it is. It is.
He's
But,
harmless. He's harmless.
Yeah.
He's
but
a little bit of a grumpy man.
Yeah.
He's grumpy,
Yeah.
and his life was a little rough. He actually remember the coal miners, they get the black lung. So he was
Yeah.
the scientist he actually the found out about the black lung. He was the scientist that proved that black lung was a real thing. Well, the problem with that is if he would able to run with that, then they were going to the companies that make the coal companies would lose money. So he had to run for his life. He had multiple times they tried to kill him. And he actually ran to the reason he's at that house. That's his family's house, not his. He ended up living there. He was escaping the fuel companies because they were after him. They tried to do all kinds of things to assassinate him. He ran to Matthews County and he lived out the rest of his life in that plantation, hiding from the government, Canadian and American government, because of the black lung issue. So he was the scientist that helped to find that black lung was a real thing. So it's kind of a weird, cool little story too, but yeah.
What a weird dynamic there. Like, you did such a good thing. We're after you.
Well, it was going to take money out of their pockets, Yeah. If he could prove that they're killing people, they were going to be responsible. It could have cost. It's a big story the family gives us, and we were like, wow, that's pretty epic. And that's how Bert got there. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's interesting because that is still like very much in the lines of being a doctor. Like, why was he studying that? Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like one of the most American stories we can actually have, right? People trying to help people, and then like the big company being like, "No, stop."
Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. Very good though. You did great, Kim.
No helping people.
And then the last one here, there's just one more here. It's the one actually in the basement. This one here. So I'll go ahead and play that. And then I'll end with this photo here. It's a red photo. Looks like maybe we're upstairs into an attic situation. They're actually telling me basement. So if it's, I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling like it's the basement. You want to talk to me about laundry? Like this may have been where the laundry was done at some point. A laundry chute may be involved in this area. And I'm hearing something about somebody going missing. Somebody going missing. Either they tried to escape or they tried to leave or went a little berserk, but they're talking about somebody going missing. And I don't know maybe if they were found in this area. So this is quite an intense place to go visit. So I would really recommend this place for those who are quite experienced with energies and quite experienced with paranormal locations. And I say that because there are quite a bit of sticky energies that would love to kind of come home with someone, love to kind of be with you. You would likely feel quite drained here if you were not really in charge or aware of your energy. So that finishes up the reading. I can't wait to hear the history here and see what this place is all about.
Oh, you did pretty good. So that's Powhatan Manor. It's built in the 1700s, and it was down in the basement right there is where not only was it the wine cellar, but it was also where they kept the morgue during the summer because it was cool down there. So a lot of bodies were put down there.
Right.
I don't really know who Thomas is, or I don't know. We don't know a lot of the history. We just know that it was a wine cellar and the morgue because those kind of homes like that, that's what they use, those basements for that time period. So it's definitely heavy down there. When you're down there, the energy from that male spirit is very, very heavy. So very cool place. And it's also where we caught the little girl, Mary, yelling at us, which we really loved that too.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
That was amazing. That was an amazing.
Yeah, you had some great evidence tonight.
Yeah.
Those are some great
Thanks.
pieces of evidence.
Appreciate
Very
it.
clear, loud, no doubts about them. I mean, my gosh.
That's why we haven't put out a whole lot of videos this year so far, because we've been to some places, but we haven't caught anything, and we're going to put some videos out, but we don't want to dilute what we're trying to do with the paranormal videos themselves. Like, we don't want to try to make things up. So we're like, well, if we go to a location and this location relies on people seeing that there's ghosts there, we don't want to hurt their business. So if we don't catch anything, we kind of like, all right, hold off for a minute. We'll just take little clips of things that happen, but we don't want to do anything to be detrimental to someone's location, because just because we didn't catch anything doesn't mean it's not haunted.
Of course.
But we know that, but people that are booking it may not. They're like, oh, it doesn't look haunted at all, I'm not going to go there. So out of respect for these people, we're kind of like holding back on some of the videos we have, just because even though we had a great time, we just didn't catch the evidence yet. So we're like, well, we'll just catch it the next time,
Right.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
It's nice when you can return to a location. You can be patient, like you said. You can be like, okay, what's my plan? Do you guys feel like, what's my plan for the next one, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when we go back to Sweet Springs, we have a plan. We have other locations that we're looking to go to do. There's places all over the place we're looking to do. And we just want to make sure that we're not, you guys have been in the field, especially Anthony, for quite some time, and we don't want to do anything that would degrade that stuff that's already been done before us.
Yeah.
So even though we're rookies in all this, we're trying to do it smart. We're like, okay, we just left a location a couple of weeks ago. It was quite a long drive. It was a very long trip. We spent the night there, and all we got was farts and laughs. And they make a funny video, but they're not exactly a paranormal video. So we decided to hold on to that. We're just going to hold on to that till one day we want to laugh at each other, because we think it might hurt their business.
Blackmail for somebody.
Yeah, we might want. It might hurt their business a little, and we wouldn't want to do that to somebody, right? So us putting a video out for our benefit but hurting them isn't really worth it. So we're just like, oh, we'll just hold on, and we'll put some other silly stuff out. But yeah, we're just trying to do the right thing.
So we're coming down to the end here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I know, it's making me sad, man.
Yeah, we could talk. We could talk all night. We need another hour, another 2 hours.
We could.
We can have to make a part two. We got so many people that want to make a part two because we couldn't get everything in 2 hours. We couldn't get it in 2 hours. But want you to start telling where people could find you,
right?
What they could do, and
I'll put it in
anything you want to promote for your group or anything. So
I want to start with the mission first. So Beyond the Badge Paranormal, our mission is to break the stigma that surrounds first responder mental health and to try to save lives, right? So every 3.5 days we lose a guy or girl to mental health crisis, and that's sad. Our job is to try to stop at least one person from doing that. And the way we do that is we do it by providing resources and messages of love and hope, and show people that we're out there for them. So we connect with Survive First. So if you go to survivefirst.us, you can make a donation there. You can learn all about who they are. And that's really where, if you're going to make a donation, please send it that way.
Survive First.
If you survivefirst.us, that'll get you to their website. If you want to help us achieve our mission, you can go to our social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram. I'm not good at Instagram, but we have one. Facebook, YouTube. And if you hit like and share and then subscribe on YouTube, you grow our platform. The more growth we get, the more opportunity we get to speak on podcasts, go to events. And the main goal for us is to get popular enough to where we're going to events all year talking about mental health. We think that's how we're going to have the biggest impact. Again, it's not about us having 1 million followers, but 1 million followers will allow us to get to every event. So it really does help.
Right.
We all have full-time jobs. We're not looking to do anything where we're going to make money off this. This is just us saying, hey, I don't want to lose a brother or sister anymore. We also have a website we created. You can go on there, see some cool stuff, see videos, see evidence videos, whatever. You also can join. We have a Heroes Club. If you really want to donate to Survive First, but you also want to get some free stuff, we created a Heroes Club, and all it is you just pay $5.99 a month, and all 100% of that goes to Survive First. And then we will let you see a video before we put it out. You get it like a week early. You get a discount code, a discount code to our sponsors. And when I haven't mentioned them yet, but I want to thank our sponsor, Ghost Hunters Equipment by Ghost Augustine. They gave us a special discount code for our Hero Club members. So if you use that discount code, you get money off on your purchase.
Nice.
And also, if you scan the QR code on there and shop on their Paraforce line, they send us cash to send to Survive First, which is really nice. So that's awesome, really. Heroes Club, you get discounts on our merch and stuff like that. So, and we have a shop, you can buy some stuff too, and we can take that money and help us get to the next event. Those are some ways that you can make a difference for us. Really, though, the way you can really make a difference is see your local police officer, your firefighter, your crew at the store buying groceries. Walk over to them and let them know, because you don't know who needs to hear the message, but say it anyway. There's a few messages I would encourage people to say to first responders. One, thank you for your service. We should always say that anyway to veterans and first responders and people that make our lives better, even definitely veterinarians as well. Thank you for your service and what you do, because we know it's difficult. You're not alone. You're not alone in this fight. It's okay not to be okay. Tomorrow does need you, so we need you here, and stay another day. And then they might need to hear that message. So that's really important to us. And then, and if anybody ever wants to communicate with us, you can always send us an email or a message on any of those things. And we're not big enough to not respond yet. So I respond to everything. And we're just so small. I can still respond to everything individually because, I don't get that many. And we're just so happy and thankful to be on podcasts like this. Meeting Anthony was a huge, huge blessing for us. Obviously, if you've watched the show so far, you notice I talk a lot. It's a curse and a blessing. When I go to a Paracon, I talk to every human that walks through the room with the hope that I meet someone like Anthony that says, hey, I got a podcast. Why don't you come on there? We have this event.
Does the same thing.
Yeah, which is good. And we've been invited to like 5 or 6 events this year just because we talk to people. So we'll be at the Gettysburg Bash, the Battlefield Bash. We're going to be at there's a small one. The Cabicon 360 is a kind of a small event. We just left EnigmaCons. We're going to be going out to Indiana to do the Mysteries at the Fort one, and then so we're doing things.
Nice.
And if you're listening to this and you have an event that you want someone to come talk to about mental health, we would love to be a guest and come speak at that as well. I know that's hard to get, but it allows us to reach. And I'm telling you, there's someone in the audience at that Paracon that is a first responder that would love to hear the message. So, all right.
Okay.
That's it.
Al Cooley just invited you onto his podcast. It's called Ghosts in the Valley. I highly recommend that podcast. There, right there.
Good podcast. We were on there.
Ghost in the Valley. All right.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Somebody I respect.
Write it down, Jeremy.
Stay on after the show. We'll give you more info on it.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah,
I love it. Thank you so much.
A lot of traffic.
Yeah. Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We were on the show, and it's an excellent show. It really is. We have 2 minutes left of the show here, and I want to thank you guys for being on here. It was an awesome night. You had great evidence. We had a good time. Really.
Great evidence.
The audience was participating. And the audience, if you like it, hit some thumbs, hit some hearts. Give us something out there. All I see is 3 hits. Nobody likes us here. What the hell? But I also want to thank for everybody to be on the show. I mean, on the show, you guys and the audience, we had some great audience coming in tonight.
We had a lot of people tonight.
Yes, we did. We had a lot more than we had a lot of people tonight. So I want to just thank everybody for showing up, and I just want to tell everybody this is a great cause. Look into it. Whatever you guys could help, whatever through their websites or any of their social media, get them some hits, join them social media things, and just look up and see what they're all about. And I just want to tell everybody out there, remember, you got to be safe out there when you investigate, because you want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. And I want to say, forget about it. Ciao, familia.
Good night, everyone. Thanks. Good night. See you next week.
Good night.
Hey, how you doing?